Sometimes we see others doing seemingly normal things and have no way of knowing what an accomplishment it is for them. They may be taking their first steps in weeks after an injury, for example, or venturing outside for the first time in months because they're living with agoraphobia. It may be the first time they are paying for food themselves after years of being dependent on food vouchers. We can never know the full story of the activity we see each day. Getting back on my bike was one of those occasions. I looked like a normal person riding gently in my neighbourhood, but a few months earlier my daughter was putting me to bed each night because I couldn't even lift my own legs due to pain. It was a dark time, but could only be followed by lightness, which it has. Such tests, and we all have them in our own form, offer the opportunity for healing from depths that no amount of conscious effort can coax from within. We usually come through them with increased clarity too. Life keeps on changing, and I am very grateful for what this current chapter is now blessing me with. Riding my bike has been a major accomplishment, one that needed both determination and courage after a year of being unable to, but it felt wonderful. I am so grateful. Feeling my muscles reawakening has been fantastic. I love the simple things, like riding to the mangroves nearby and watching the macro life unfolding there. Despite the motorway being just up the road and planes roaring overhead, the little crabs carry on with their business. Pelicans cruise by in their own lives. Leaves dance, water ripples. I love seeing what I think of as real life continuing, regardless of what nonsense our species can carry on with sometimes. Whatever problems are going on in our individual lives or globally, these crabs still roll balls of sand. The tide still rises and falls. As well as getting back on my bike, we took a short drive to the country for a few days. I needed some updated photos for my website, with my hair returned to its natural colour and to embrace my curvier size. Over the years, there have been numerous professional photographers I've worked with. In the online entrepreneurial world, you hear a lot about branding and having brilliant headshots and professional images. I honoured that for years. But with so much time to think, back then when I was immobile, I felt a need to step away from a lot of those concepts. In the past, I've had professionals do my hair and makeup in their natural look. They were lovely photos, but I hardly recognised myself. In that same photo shoot, years ago, the photographer even photoshopped all my freckles out. Not just on my neck area, but even my arms too. Hey, there's nothing wrong with freckles, and I love mine. Judgments, like freckles are something to be ashamed of or embarrassed about, always say much more about the person judging, rather than the person being judged. Gosh, with all that my dear body and I have been through together, I choose to love this sacred vessel that my soul resides in, rather than judge it in any way. Freckles at all. Maybe it's just something that comes with being a woman empowered by the transition of menopause. Or perhaps it's just where I'm at in myself now. Either way, there's just no tolerance remaining for anything fake. I am an international best-selling author, sure, and a speaker and other big things in my career. I can step into my professional role with ease and deliver exactly what is needed. But I'm also a woman who knows what makes her happiest, and that's what I prioritise now. I'm not planning on dying with regrets after all. So this includes truly showing up as I am. Even when operating sometimes in a high-level professional world. I've found that the most enjoyable photo shoots, where I am captured in my most natural form, are either with my friend Donna behind the camera or my daughter clicking the button. Since Donna was working, it was my 10-year-old photographer who did this batch for me. She was amazing, and I'm certainly proud of her. We had a lot of fun together too. A challenge we had on the shoot was keeping our dear little dog Tickles out of the photos. He's my shadow. If I move 2 inches, he moves 2 inches. If I go forward, he goes forward. In the end, it came to Eleanor taking photos while holding him. I needed 1 or 2 without him, surely. The farmhouse we rented was lovely, and such a healthy retreat for us. And listening to the river roar past as the soft light of sunset shifted was a real balm. I've also found my assistant, who I mentioned I was looking for in episode 2. Meet Susan. She's there helping to run the business now, so I can focus on things that are most important to my joy, including creating these videos for you. I love having her support. with all that is going on in the world, I hope my stories take you somewhere special, even if just for a little while. Thank you for sharing your time with me here. And remember, it's the small moments that really matter. They are what create a beautiful life.